So this is Jason with Dr. Ghost Hunters. Today we're in the Ghost Lab looking at the REM-POD. Paranormal investigators use REM-PODs to detect differences in temperature and electromagnetic field. So this REM-POD puts off its own electromagnetic field using this antenna. When something breaks that field, you'll see the different colors of lights. Well, now let's do some experiments to see how the REM-POD reacts to different stimuli. So let's see how distance affects the signal. So we're about 5 inches away from the antenna that's starting to set off the green light. As we get closer, you'll notice the yellow, blue, and purple lights start to light up. And if we touch the antenna, you get a high-pitched squeak. So for our next test, we'll look at how a cell phone affects the REM-POD. Now we'll send a text message. Doesn't appear to affect it. So we've run the experiment with the cell phone. Didn't set off the REM-POD. Let's try it with walkie-talkies. So now I'm going to transmit. I'll hit the transmit button and let's see if it sets off the REM-POD. Okay, I'm going to back away. See if hitting transmit button farther away affects the REM-POD. Now we'll have Chad take this other walkie-talkie and walk down the hall about 10 feet. I'll turn this off. Chad's about 10 feet away now. He's going to push transmit. We're going to have him step behind a wall into another room and hit the transmit button. So that didn't set off the REM-POD, so the wall somehow blocked the signal. Now he's going to go up a level up from where we're at now to see if it sets off the REM-POD when he's a level up. So walkie-talkies obviously affect the REM-POD. So this is something we have to keep in mind when we're on investigations. Chad's pushing the button now. So one thing we often wonder is, would an electric outlet, something receiving power or giving off power, trigger the REM-POD? So let's try that here. So it'll go off when I push it, but let's see, we still don't see any lights on the REM-POD. So we're probably about 6 inches away or less, and none of the lights are lighting up. We're even closer, probably 3 or 4 inches, and none of the lights are going. So it does not appear that the electrical outlet turns on the lights for the REM-POD. So for our next experiment, we'll see how the REM-POD reacts to differences in temperature. So here we have a space heater that we're directing towards the REM-POD. You can see that little red light right there. That's the indication of a temperature change. Now let's take it away. The light goes off gradually.